Well, by the power of Grayskull, we're getting a He-Man series. I really can't believe this. Look, it's not a movie, so we'll touch on that in a little bit as well, whether that is likely to still go ahead or not. But this is good news, I think. Interestingly enough as well, this is not going to be a complete reboot or a remake. So I wanted to say that from the top, and then we'll touch on why in a second. But it's confirmed. So let's get into it. Kevin Smith is teaming up with Mattel and Netflix to bring a He-Man anime series to the streaming platform. Which, as far as I'm aware, that's something which has never been done with the He-Man property. An anime form. I could be wrong, so please do correct me. But yeah, an anime. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe has seen a resurgence over the past couple of years, namely with Netflix's She-Ra and the Princesses of Power series that was released with the help of DreamWorks Animation TV. The show turned out to be a massive success and was well received by both critics and viewers. Its reign on the platform is far from over also, as the Season 3 trailer dropped at this year's San Diego Comic-Con, showing that there was plenty more to come from this universe. So there's already a Eternia-style, universe series thing underway. Interestingly, a different studio behind it, which we'll look at in a second. But it was not the same studio, it's not the same production team, it's different people. So alongside the She-Ra series, a He-Man and the Masters of the Universe movie is also in the works and set to star To All the Boys I've Loved Before actor Noah Centineo as the man himself. So I think he's a Disney boy as well, if I remember rightly. The upcoming live-action reboot will be directed by Aaron and Adam Nee, and the script was written by Matt Holloway and Art Markham, who also penned Iron Man. Now that film does have actually a release date, which is scheduled for March 5th, 2021, and that's under Sony. But apparently, we're now getting this. So this is straight from Netflix, so it's not conjecture, it's fact. Per Netflix, Kevin Smith surprised the crowd at the annual PowerCon convention, so just PowerCon, to share news of his new Netflix anime series, which will be a wholly original story set in the epic world of Mattel's over 35-year-old global He-Man toy franchise. But that's a bit, we'll touch on this, because there's other reports that indicate that this is actually a follow-up to the 80s one. So, we'll see. Now it says, the series will be titled Masters of the Universe Revelation, which is, that's a trope and a half, isn't it? Everything's a bloody revelation these days. And will be an animated series that will focus on the unresolved storylines of the classic 80s era. So it follows up with the 80s stuff, but apparently a wholly original story. Two somewhat conflicting bits there. Now, picking up many of the characters' journeys where they left off decades ago. Smith will serve as showrunner and executive producer, and the series will be produced by Mattel Television. Smith exclaimed that he's eternally grateful to Mattel TV and Netflix for entrusting him with not only the secrets of Grayskull, but also their entire universe. He went on to state, in Revelation, the story will pick up right where the classic era left off to tell an epic tale of what may be the final battle between He-Man and Skeletor, which is interesting. He also added, this is the Masters of the Universe story you always wanted to see as a kid. Now, when we touch on the She-Ra Bizzo, that's by DreamWorks Animation. This one is going to be by Powerhouse Animation, who also did Netflix's Castlevania. The poster's really cool. I think that looks cool. It's Grayskull, kind of. Castle Grayskull, sort of, ish, yeah. With the sword in there. Now, they also state who's going to be working on it as well. It says this series will join Netflix's growing roster of anime content that currently includes Castlevania, Devilman Crybaby, Agrat Sulko, and Ultraman. Smith's enthusiasm for the project, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? But the people that are going to be behind it, when we take a look at this, Whew, there's a few people. So, in terms of writing it, we have Eric Carrasco, who did Supergirl. We've got Tim Sheridan, who did Reign of the Supermen. Dia Mishra, who's on Magic the Gathering, and Mark Bernardin, who did Alphas. They'll all be on the writing team. Now, like I say, this is a follow-up to the last actual series that dropped, which I just happen to have here. So, the series ran for, 4 years, I think, off the top of my head? Let's have a look. No, it only ran for 1 year. What a shame. So it ran for 1 year with a special in 2016. Now, on this, you can see that it ended on episode 130, technically. The Cold Zone. Now, it had the evil Cobra Khan visits the heroic warriors, offering a truce. This is important, because this is where it's going to be taken off from, right? So Cobra Khan visited all the heroes and said, I'll have a truce in exchange for their help. He tells all of them that his people, the Reptons, I love the names for this stuff, are in need of help. Someone has extinguished the furnace which heats their underground kingdom, plunging the whole kingdom into severe coldness. Man-at-Arms tells viewers to weigh out all of the evidence and consider the sources before jumping to conclusions. Now, will it pick up from there? Who knows? But in terms of the Three Terrors, which is the 2016 special, a special episode was made in 2016. The most powerful man in the universe, He-Man, goes against the evil forces of Skeletor to save the planet Eternia and to protect the secrets of Grayskull. So it wasn't really anything special. It was just a one-off special. There's a lot that can happen in this. If we're looking at just the last season, in terms of the loose threads, because that's what it says. It's going to be picking up storylines which are left. The Toymaker. The Toymaker is an evil villain who causes lots of trouble with the heroes with his evil toys. Bargain with Evil. Angus, an evil king from the Dimension of Evil, has kidnapped the good wizard Landros. We got the Ancient Mirror of Avatar. Melaktha and Adam go on an expedition to find Avatar Island, home to the ruins of ancient Avatar Empire. Mossman, Too Bad, Trapjaw, and Evil Lyn appear. He-Man tells viewers doing chores keeps a house running smoothly, even if they seem pointless or boring. Oh my god, He-Man's so cool. It's so cool. It is edutainment. I loved this stuff as a kid. It was so good. Right, anyway. There you go. What loose storylines do you think they're going to be picking up from? Because like I said, I've got the whole list is here. And I would encourage you all just to take a look at it. Because they can go anywhere with this. There's so much that they could tell. I'm really, really excited for this. The animation studio behind it is fine. It's definitely not the same animation style as the original, obviously, so that might be a bit jarring. But Kevin Smith is doing a lot currently. I mean, he's got this thing with Mattel. He's also doing stuff for Marvel. I think he's doing the Howard the Duck Howard the Duck with the Revengers or something like that. I literally can't even remember what they're called. But he's doing a Marvel animated series as well for Disney Plus, and this. So there's a lot to go on here. Now, I said at the start we'll touch on whether the movie's still going to happen. That's still slated to happen. This only serves to bolster that movie. We've not heard much about the movie, and it's been in and out of production in development hell for years. This will potentially make that movie a dead set absolute certainty. Because any studio will look at the landscape and go, right, okay, let's take a look at how this does. Let's look. Because this is not Sony. Sony's the guys that are doing the Master of the Universe. So they'll look at this, they'll look at the response, and they'll say, yeah, we can do that now. We'll nail that. So I think this actually solidifies the live-action adaptation as well. He-Man, if anyone didn't know, is the only series, as far as I'm aware, or one of anyway, it started this whole thing off, that was based on a toy line. There was no comics first or anything like that. There was literally toys, and they went, Oh, we'll make a series out of it as well. So we'll just build off this new lore off the back of nothing. So the source material is actually a bunch of toys, which is hilarious. I love it. I think it's great. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news by turning the bell notifications on. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like and a share. I've been Mr. H. Take care.